All right, so there was a game I actually seen this game a while ago, Project LLL, and then now they changed the name to the same name as a truck. I don't know why they did that. I don't know who's in charge of the PR team, but I'm still interested in this game because this game is attempting to do something that hasn't been done or that I don't recall being done. You guys can let me know in the comment section if you recall a MMO shooter game, but it just seems like a really good idea, right? Like, but at the same time, like if you're going to say MMO, that's something that you just gotta deliver on. But for those who haven't seen this game, just look at this shit real quick. Just look at this. Look at this. All right, so I mean, look at it, right? It looks good. It looks textbook good. It's got like some Halo kind of vibes, some Destiny 2.
루셀 기억하지?
알겠어.
He looks like the shepherd from Mass Effect. It looks really good. It looks really good. Now, I don't want to make this a reaction video, so I'm going to be kind of skipping around on this just to kind of highlight some key points, you know. All right, so let me pull this up first. The dev talk were recently made public, showcasing a unique AAA grade third-person shooter that has garnered widespread interest. We met with the project leader, blah, 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 blah. You can explain, blah, blah, blah. The world of LLL is a vast open world in which more than 30 kilometers of land area is seamlessly connected to a single environment. Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? 30 kilometers, man. 30 kilometers, that's just... All right, so for perspective, right, 30 kilometers, that's like about the same size as Skyrim, right? No, we're not guessing here. We're not guessing here. Let me pull it up right here, real time, right? So 37 square kilometers. So, okay, so he's saying it's 30... But, you know, 30, like, I'm not sure if that's end to end or if that's 30 square kilometers. So, Skyrim's map was a little bigger, right? A little bit, right? So, if you're talking about it's 30 kilometers of big, vast map, I'm not sure how many people you could fit in that, right? Because, I mean, if we're gonna, you know, kind of cross-reference that, you know, right? 37 kilometers. So this is 30 kilometers, right? Skyrim was 37 kilometers. So Skyrim was already a bigger map. And then if you compare that to ESO, right, which is an MMO, you're looking at a map size of like 400 kilometers for that map, right? Versus this game, you know. So it's like, all right, you know, comparing it to another MMO, it's not really eating like that, to be honest. It's not really eating like that. As far as map size, it's really just not eating like that. Now, what they do with the map, you know, they can, you know, it also depends on how fast you're moving to. Like, if you're not moving that fast, 30 kilometers can be pretty damn big. And the movement in the game doesn't really seem like it's that fast. So, maybe you can get away with that. So, I'm just going to pull up the gameplay of just, like, it showcasing the map real quick. Let's check this out. They're kind of showcasing the map right here, right? So there we go, right? Boom. He's walking around right here. He's walking around over here. He's not moving that fast, right? Clearly, this is just him walking around. He's not sprinting. He's not moving that fast. But, you know, so it's like, okay, there's a lot of different terrain on here. Now, to be fair, though, right? I mean, these map sizes just straight up don't compare to a game like Skyrim or ESO, right? But it completely shits on games like Warframe and Destiny, right? Because these games don't really have a big old open world map, like pretty much at all. Like it's always some kind of little loading screen here and there. You go to this area, then you go to this area, then you go to this area, and each one of those areas they might give you like, you know, 5 kilometers, 9 kilometers, around that marker, like 5 to 10, somewhere in the marker, right? But it's never like just like one big giant like crazy open world map that you can always just kind of go back and forth in, and you can just fly around in, and you can just hop in and Apex Legends style your way across the map, right? So that's where it does change, and that's where it does have an edge on the other shooter games, right? Yeah, and we can't really talk shooter games without bringing up the Division at least one time. It does kind of remind me of Division a little bit with how the gunshots in here work. Just not the gunshots, but just the movement speed. It doesn't really feel as fast as Warframe or Destiny 2. It just doesn't seem as fast. Like this one seems a little slower, a little clunky. Not clunky, but it does seem a little slower pace. Like you have to be a lot more intentional about whatever it is that you're doing. I would like to see, with it being an MMO, how do the raids happen? What do the fights happen? Because it's the thing, like how the classes happen. What do you do with the classes? Like how different are the classes in the game? That's another element that I would like to see. Like if this is an MMO, like is it going to be like you have someone that can straight up heal you and keep you alive in the fight for real? Like, damn, I'm so glad a medic was here. It's going to have that kind of feeling like, oh, damn, I'm so glad that someone was playing a tank build. Or damn, I'm so glad that someone was dropping like heavy DPS, like for real. Like, or is it just going to be like, oh, there's one good class that everyone just plays and it doesn't even matter? And, because that will really just make it not an MMO, in my opinion. And that's the other part, right? Like, there's another point to it. It's like, okay, you're going to call this an MMO. How does the difficulty scale? When you call it an MMO or RPG or anything in that realm, what you're saying is you come from being underpowered to becoming overpowered, right? But at what point do you feel that necessity? And I wonder if this is going to be something that this game can deliver, because if there's like if I level up on this game and you get to level 10 and then I don't feel the need to level up anymore, then I won't feel the need to play the game anymore, right? But at the same time, if it's like overwhelmingly difficult on level 1, then I'm probably not even going to get to level 10 or level 20 to begin with. So how they do the difficulty in this game and how they kind of separate zones or however they're going to do this, it'll be interesting to see how they do it, because difficulty is definitely going to play a role on here. Like you can't just make this game an MMO and I'm supposed to level up and get all these stats and attributes if there's no incentive for me to do that, So I think that's going to be a big deal. Once again, this map size, I think that's going to be a big deal. If they can't deliver on map size, I just don't see this game doing too well. If it's overly cluttered or if their servers are constantly going down because they have way too many servers at one time, because, you can only fit 100 or 200 people in one server, right? So that's also a role. I want to say that, this game is probably going to be trash. I can't put the trash badge on it, but I also can't put I think this game is going to be super good. I think the idea is good. I think that the direction that they're trying to take this thing in is good. I also think it's good that they specifically stated that they are striving for growth, looking to build trust, in their market, right? And whom it is that they're marketing to. So, as long as they're trying to do that, that's a good thing. I think, a good way for this game to just come out and just plummet immediately would be for them to do any form of pay to win in this game, like which is going to be a little difficult. Maybe they'll just have to charge like a monthly fee, because if they try to do it the way that Destiny did it, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. Like that was a terrible business model. Like, pay $40 and we'll give you 5 more hours of gameplay, and then you get to get this weapon in the game that you can use in PvP to fucking dominate other players and shit. You can Spider-Man your way around and shit. and whoever's playing this game that didn't pay for that DLC can't Spider-Man around, and it's, whatever, right? So, I mean, overall, I'm looking forward to this game. I'm interested to see, how this game feels, because I feel like this is one of those games that probably isn't that fun to look at, to be honest. If I'm going to be completely honest, it looks good, but it doesn't look like the kind of game I would want to watch people play, which might actually hurt the game with it being an online game. But, it might make the game good, because once you do play the game, then maybe you understand what you're seeing someone doing. But this is one I definitely want to get my hands on and actually kind of, actually see. But, you guys let me know. Are you looking forward to this game? Do you think this game's going to be trash? Do you think this game's going to be like basically the God game? You think it's going to get Game of the Year? Whatever it is that you think, go ahead, throw that in the comment box. And as always, be easy. My discussion like video game Socrates. I just made this video hoping that you will follow me. The only thing I'm addressing is curiosities.